I 100% believe in my mind that Sean O'Malley goes out there and absolutely puts a clinic on and dominates Merab Dvalishvili. Now, a lot of people are not agreeing with my take. A lot of people think it's going to be a Merab repeat. However, I think Sean gets revenge in emphatic fashion. I can 100% see a world where Sean O'Malley goes out there, puts a clinic on Merab, and Merab doesn't get a trilogy fight with O'Malley despite beating him the first time round. 3 rounds to 2, that was, may I add, unlike the narrative that's being spun in the media regarding Merab apparently dominating every round when rounds 1 and 5 were extremely close and rounds 1 and 3 were extremely close and O'Malley winning the 5th round, so it's one of these things. I've said it a million times, Merab is one of these guys that has a fucking huge advantage against any opponent he faces one time. In our rematch, I've had this sort of experience myself as well, whenever you compete against somebody and you lose, which I have a few times, I've lost a few fights. When you lose, you think to yourself, I can get this guy. He just put a pace on me, and in the moment, under the uncomposedness of the people looking, you just don't know how to deal with it. And you go back in there a second time, or maybe you spar with them after, or you speak to them and ask to do some training. You can deal with it, and I know O'Malley's going to go out there and be able to deal with it. He's going to be able to put a pace on Merab this time, and he's going to be able to match Merab's pace. Look at the shape he's in. He looked a wee bit plump at the sphere. Like, you could just see in his body a wee bit plump. We've seen the comparison photos. Now he just looks a bit tighter, a bit bigger, a bit stockier. This weight cut will be 100% his most difficult because he has put on a few pounds of muscle. And it just seems like he's been training like a wrestler, training like a full-on mixed martial artist. His body's changed more into that sort of frame now. Everyone I've seen him, Izzy said it, Demetrius Johnson said it, the Nelk boys said it. He's looking bigger. Chael Sonnen said it. He looks bigger. And Merab is definitely aware of that too. However, I think Merab is a phenomenally incredible athlete. 100%. He's probably the greatest bantamweight we've ever seen. In terms of the competition he's beat, the domination he's had, what he's going to do, yet he still beats you doing that. It's just it's a phenomenal... Oh God, it's raining outside. It's a phenomenal way he composes himself into doing that every single time he steps in there. However, Sugar Sean O'Malley is sugar-free this week. And I've loved saying that. I said Sugar is sugar-free this week, and he's going to come out here like nothing we've ever seen before, in my opinion. Now, everything's pointing, in my mind, towards Sean winning, I think, as much as he says he didn't want to dye the hair because he didn't want to sit for 8 hours, he just wants to be fully focused, that's one good reason. But also just I 100% believe, and this might sound stupid, aura wins fights. Nowadays, you can just have a feeling when someone's going to go out there and win. And it was like when O'Malley fought Sterling. Everyone in their right mind was picking Sterling. But in my prediction video for Sterling versus O'Malley, I said Sean O'Malley by round 2 TKO. If the ref gets a chance to stop it, he will stop it quick. That's exactly what happened. Because you could just tell this was this boy's time. This is this man's time. And I just think he beats Merab. I think first of all, I think he's much better than Merab. And I think, for example, if Umar Nurmagomedov was to have a rematch with Merab, he would win. Because now you understand the guy's pace, you understand what he brings to the table, and Merab is phenomenal at doing what he does, but I think in rematches you would definitely have a much better chance. And I think O'Malley goes out there and I think he dominates him. Before it was like, O'Malley can get this one done, I know he can. And now it's slowly turned into, O'Malley absolutely batters him. And I believe that. He's so dynamic, he's so crisp, he's so fast, he moves so fucking well, he's got a long frame, he's slim but strong for that division. And he's just better. Sean O'Malley is better, and he prepares really well. Tim Welch is a fucking phenomenal coach, and he's going to go out there and do the job. He's going to go out there and do the business. And Sean is sugar-free this week. He's not playing a character, no gimmicks. He's sick and tired of talking. He just wants to get in there and do it, and we can go back to the gimmicks next time. He's grown up. You have to understand, this guy's 30 now. From the last 5 years, from 25 to 30, he was fighting very actively. I think he had like 8-9 fights. Dyeing his hair, playing this character, spending time with Aiden Ross, spending time with all these building his brand, building his popularity, building his presence on social media, making those millions, and now he's here like legacy time. It's UFC time. It's the time where I'm going to show that how fucking great I really am, and I believe he goes out there and he puts an absolute beating on Merab. I think Merab's going to do this thing where he bucks himself around and Sean is just going to walk him down. Sean's going to walk him down, keep it long, and be like, right, let's fucking go. Show me what you're about. That's how I would approach it anyway. You come and put the pace on me then. And then I wouldn't be surprised. Now this could get clipped really well or really bad, right? I'm going to look into the camera and say this. I would not be surprised if Sean O'Malley has Merab gasping for air. Gasping for oxygen. Merab's trying to impose as well. Merab can't do it. Fighting off the back foot, not being able to impose your will tires you out a lot quicker. And even if we don't see him gasping for air, I don't believe Merab has any ounce of success in this fight. And I'm sitting back just reading the room, reading the body language. I know Merab's up for it and I know he's going to come in phenomenal shape. He's a great champion. I fucking respect him so much. O'Malley is just here and he's going to get the victory. It's for all the marbles, and I don't believe Sean O'Malley loses against Merab again. I don't think it's possible. There's no finishing potential for Merab, and you can't give a guy like O'Malley a new training camp, a new hip, a new everything for 25 more minutes when he hurt you in the 5th of the last fight, and now he's going to be even better. I truly think we leave. I think we wake up on Sunday being like, fuck, O'Malley's fucking good. You know, like we have done so many times before. Yeah, the Aljo fight was a phenomenal knockout. The Cheeto fight was an absolutely unbelievable performance. Oh, but we were right. So a wrestler finally got him. All you have to do is get him down. Then we find out he had a torn labrum and couldn't grapple hard. That's why his physique looked a wee bit more like... I don't know. His physique just didn't look like strong. It didn't look like it was solid. Now he looks solid. He doesn't have the stupid hair. He doesn't have a stupid outfit. He was just sitting in a shirt at the press conference yesterday. He's sugar-free and he's confident he's going to go out there and get the job done. He knows what he needs to do. And if not, he goes home to his beautiful son, his beautiful daughter, and he just chills. He just chills. Gets on with it. Has another fight. Does his career goes how it goes. However, I do not believe Merab will pose a threat this time. I think Merab will be doing this thing where he herky-jerkily bounces himself around again, and Sean's like, this worked last time, but I've got you now, son. The preparation's just been better. And I think if Sean O'Malley didn't have this loss, he's going to blow up after this. If he goes out and knocks out Merab with a head kick or a straight right hand and just puts him out like Eddie Wineland, it's very difficult to do that to Merab because he bounces around a lot. I'm very excited for this fight. O'Malley's sugar-free this week. What do you guys think about this? I think everything's pointing towards O'Malley to go out there and get the victory. I do really like Merab. I must admit, I do really like Merab. I think he's phenomenal. However, he's 34. He's been fighting a lot. He's picking up niggles. He's an animal. Don't get me wrong, he's an absolute animal. But see, sitting watching this live recently and rewatching their past few fights, O'Malley does get him. Especially if O'Malley's having a harder weight cut this time, has a bit more strength on his frame. O'Malley does get him. And if O'Malley loses, I can eat my words. I'll make a video on it, respond, react, how I usually do. I'm very honest. However, folks, Sean O'Malley is going to be the world champion again on Sunday. Really, really enjoy his style. Really enjoy him as a champion. But if Merab wins, I'm equally as happy, to be honest, because I think I just want the bantamweight division to be active. I know O'Malley would probably fight 2-3 times a year. Merab is like a machine. He just wants to fight every month, you know. Yeah. Fuck. Can't wait for this weekend. The UFC's back, then we've got another one at the end of the month. It's going to be a phenomenal few weeks for the channel, for the UFC, for everything. What do you guys think? O'Malley is sugar-free this week. There's no character. This is Sean O'Malley, and this is a bit more of a smooth operator here. Thank you, folks. Subscribe.